now. Thank you, Israel, for that question. The next question is coming from Pre Pre Priyarna. Priyarna. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I asked you to
Okay.
unmute. Can you hear?
So my question is, I applied for the first loan with SmartBiz and I got it within a few weeks, and I used it after like 5 days. After getting it after 5 days, and my question is, so I applied for the second loan after right after using it, uh, and my question is that will I get will I get forgiveness for both the loans? Because I was told I should wait 8 weeks, but the time was running, so I had to apply as soon as
But the
possible.
application for the PPP2 is until May 31st.
Yes.
But the forgiving loan is not time. It depends when they send the invitation to, or the bank is going to send the application to you.
All right. Thank you for that question, Priyanya. The next one is coming from Layla. Layla, I'm gonna ask you to unmute and please ask your question.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Mute, Eddie, unmute.
Yes. What's your question?
You're unmuted.
Oh yeah, hi. Hi everyone. Just always wondering, since the PPP is a loan, can we still get unemployment and PPP at the same time?
Well, you have to be careful because if you're going to be penalized, you use unemployment, and you have to check this with your accounting because they're going to consider that you make a fraud.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have to be careful. So check before to apply and check with your accountant.
Well, like if someone got a PPP already a loan and he's still applying for employment, it's
But
still
remember that the PPP is only for the time that you were affected from March from last year until now. So they're going to check in the system when did you receive the employment. So you have to be careful.
Okay. Thank you, Layla, for that question.
But for
I'm
this
gonna move-
question, I didn't say anything because this is very confidential.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask the next person now. The next one is from Glenn Ross. Glenn, please unmute yourself.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you. I received a PP loan like at the beginning, not too long ago, about 3 weeks ago, for $13,000, and I understand a certain percentage of that goes to bills and another percentage that goes to pay for myself. And is credit card bills payment sufficient? And what's sufficient enough proof that I pay myself? And when can I pay? When can I apply? And what loan can I apply for next?
Okay, if you receive the first PPP and you spend the whole money, you can apply for the second one. But remember, when you do the forgiving loan, you have to show that 60% you spend in your salary.
All right. Thank you for that question, Glenn. The next one is coming from Sahil Bardwans. But before I unmute Sahil, so I have a quick question for you. Do we, because of the vast amount of drivers that we have asking questions, would you be, willing to extend it for maybe like 15 more minutes, past the time that we agreed upon to answer questions?
Yeah, I think so. You have like everybody's, they have the same questions. Don't worry, you can email to me. I'm willing to stay a little longer. It's no problem.
Thank you very much. Now I'm gonna unmute you now, Sahil.
Hi, how are you? I just have a question. If you're on a work compensation, like if you got hurt this year, right? And you receive the PPP, how do you get it forgiven?
Okay, sir, I didn't hear this. I pretend did not hear this question because you have to check with this accounting. It's very sensitive.
Okay, all right, no problem.
Thank you, Sahil, for that question. The next one is from Jacques. Jacques, give me 1 second. I'm gonna unmute you. Do you see the unmute button, Jacques?
Yeah, I got you. Hi, how are you guys?
How are you?
All right. I have a question, right? Now, we were told that to wait 8 weeks before we can apply for a second draw of PPP. However, when the SBA came out with the guidance on the 6th of April, there's no mentioning of the 8 weeks. Is there any truth to that?
Well, the SBA didn't say, the bank say 8 weeks to 24 weeks. This
Okay.
was the first PPP. The second is the second draw. They have different requirements and you have to check with your bank this. And remember, to apply before to the second one, you need to spend all the money that you receive for the first one, and then you can apply for the second one.
So hope everybody heard that, and let's push for other different kind of questions. That way we do not hear the repeats. The next one, and also thank you, Jacques, for that question. Next one is Dexter. Dexter, I'm gonna unmute you and please ask your question.
Hi, sir. Good evening to all. I don't know if anybody asked this question before, but I'll ask it. So I applied for first draw PPP in March. I got it. Now the PPP is extended until May the 31st. Can I apply for a second one before May the 31st? Is that possible?
Of course, you have to apply before May 31st.
So I could apply for a second draw. Okay.
Yeah, but you have to apply to the same bank that you applied the first one.
All right,
I would
thank you,
recommend
Dex-
it.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Dexter, for that question. The next one is Lawrence. Lawrence, I'm gonna unmute you now and please answer your question. Ask your
Okay,
question.
so my question is, I got the first PPP loan, and now it says the second draw is pending. SPA approved the second draw. How long does it take if I get the second money?
Okay, could you repeat the question, please? Who sent you this email, the bank or SBA?
Lawrence, you're on mute again. I'm gonna unmute you again.
Okay, SBA.
Okay, what they
Said
say?
with this-
What
they
they
say- Go ahead, sir.
what they say the email that you have to submit documents? Or you
No,
have-
no, it say SBA approved the second draw. I'm waiting for the bank to send me the promissory note. How long does that take?
It's 60 days, sir. When did you receive this information?
Maybe a couple of days ago, like maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they're going to put in your account in 60 days or before 60 days.
So I'm going to put the promissory note then.
If they say that you're going to receive the loan, is everything
Yes.
approved? They're going to deposit the money in 60 days.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, Lawrence, for that question. The next person is Suresh. Suresh, I'm gonna unmute you now and please ask your question. Suresh, can you hear me? If you can, unmute yourself.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, now we can.
Well, thank you for taking the call. My question is, does SBA, they have the EIDL disaster loan. They said above 25,000, you have to show the hazardous insurance, right? Since my business is the house address, what insurance should I be getting in order to fulfill that requirement?
Okay, your business can be in your home, you can be in the garage, can be anywhere, but you need to have insurance.
What sort of insurance do I have to get, sir?
For your business. It's like I have a car.
So
You have to go to any insurance and ask for the insurance for your business.
But they are confused. They are confused. They don't know because the SPA, because of the SPA, they are confused. Do you think they have there's any kind of the insurance that you know of that we can get right away?
You
Is
have
that
to,
a rental insurance that we can get?
okay, so you have to listen what I'm telling you. When you have any business, you need to have insurance. Go to the insurance company and ask that you need insurance for your business. Sometimes it's for 500, sometimes it's 150. It depends how much you want to pay the insurance. But this is one of the requirements when you got the loan for the disaster loan.
So you mind if I jump in and ask a button on that question, backing up from it? So if that's the case, because that we are all TLC licensed drivers, we all have TLC insurance. Would that be the insurance that you're
This
talking
is the
about?
insurance for your business.
So that is for our business.
Yeah.
So that will work, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for that question. Suresh, thank you for that question. The next one is Elaine Wendy Auredrago. I'm gonna ask you to unmute and please ask your question. Elaine, can you hear me? Going once, going twice. Next, thank you. I'm gonna go on to the next person. The next person is Pops. Pops, I'm gonna unmute you. Please ask your question.
Hey, hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi, thank you. Thank you so much for all of this. So my question is, I'm currently receiving unemployment, but I applied for the PPP loan because at that time they said like the deadline was 31st March. So I applied and got my PPP loan by March 16. So my initial plan was not to work and to apply for forgiveness, but somehow I could not work due to some personal reasons. So at the moment, I'm still under unemployment and I know all the risks. So that's why I haven't touched the money yet. I'm trying to contact my lender, I even tried contacting SBA. SBA said they don't know. I have to contact the lender. I contacted the lender, I called them, I emailed them. They have no response. So I'm not sure whether I should keep the money and just keep the amount as loan so that I can pay back as loan without applying for forgiveness. Is it something that can be done? Or should I try contacting my lender to refund the money? So that's the issue I'm having right now.
Okay, I say before I didn't hear about the employment.
Hello.
You have to be very careful about that.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, sorry for
Thank you, Pop, for that question. Elaine, I'm sorry you missed your chance. Please raise your hand again.
Yeah. So you have to check with your accounting, sir, about this employment. If you got the loan, you have to be smart to consider what is more benefit for you. This is my personal advice. If your employment receive more than you're going to get the loan and you have to pay back, or the employment that you don't have to pay back. So you have to decide.
All right, thank you for that question. The next one is Roy. Roy, I'm gonna unmute you and please ask your question. Roy, can you try again? I'm gonna press it again.
Yeah, Jackie just moved to the next one.
Okay, all right. So Roy, thank you for that part. The next one is Lancelot Brown. Lancelot Brown, please ask your question.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My question is, you mentioned earlier that 2 locations are located in Long Island, Farmingdale and Stony Brook.
Yes.
Is there any within the city limits, the 5 boroughs, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, Bronx?
We have
or assistance in filling out the applications, because these things are so technical. And I personally would prefer to have someone who's very experienced and an expert in that field to assist me in doing my application. Do you have any locations in my area?
We have different locations, really. I remember that I give you the website, www.nysbdc.org, and you find the location, and you put your zip code, and it's going to pop out any location that can help you.
Yes, I'm gonna have somebody put that link in the chat. Thank you, Lancelot, for that question. I'm gonna be asking the next person now, Elias Akredolu. And I press the unmute button. Can you ask your question, Elias? Elias going once?
Remember that this is free information, so take advantage.
Elias going twice. I'm gonna pass it on to the next person now. The next one is Pamela Floyd Robertson. Pamela, please ask your question. I press unmute.
Hi, yes, I'm calling to find out whether or not I filled out the application for the first PPP loan. I qualified and I got it in February. I refiled for the second PP loan. SBA Liberty was the first one that I applied to, but they wasn't answering me. So then I went to another company, SmartBiz, and they picked me up. Now SBA Liberty is asking me to come back for the second loan. Should I just leave SmartBiz alone and go back to Liberty since they already had approved for the first loan? What do you suggest?
I believe if you have the second application ready, stay with the second one.
Thank you, Pamela, for that question. The next one is gonna be Mamadou Bell.